Alright, it is time for day 6 of the BL2 Wonderlands mod. So, we are caving in a little bit. This is supposed to be a Sal Zero run. It's supposed to be just Sal, just Zero, just running. But we want to try to do some melee stuff, so I figured maybe we swap out our secondary class for Krieg for a day. Just see if it does anything. I don't know if it will. I haven't even read the skill tree or looked at what we get on it. So let's see. Feed the meat, plus max health, minus shield capacity. Frenzy gets extra movement speed. Fuel the fire, that's a fire thing. It also provides melee damage too though, so we might have to keep that in mind. Blood-filled guns looks like it doesn't have any stacking allotment to it. Bloodbath is just a kill skill with no stacking associated with it either, which means it's severely nerfed, but also that it's probably still fine. Strip the flesh is strip the flesh. Blood overdrive is probably okay. Thrill of the kill is thrill of the kill. Fire Fiend appears to be Fire Fiend for the most part. Feel the blood. Yep, that's feel the blood stuff pretty much, except for, no stacking, so feels bad. Steady as she goes comes from playing Salvador, of course, once again. Blood Twitch, weapon swap speed and fire rate. Butcher, melee damage buff. Elemental empathy for extra stuff. And then Blood Explosion. Okay, so it's looking a lot like there's not actually that many melee buffs in this build, but a lot of them are active instead of the passive ones that we had on Zero that only triggered on, like just killing blow. That was about it. So maybe this will still work out in our favor. We are opening up with Pirate DLC today, so there is a chance that this will actually go well. I kind of doubt it a little bit, not gonna lie. But we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. We'll see what we do. Yeah, this skill tree doesn't feel or look as enticing as I thought it would. So I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna do that for right now. We'll get... Is this even worth getting on this current build? Not really, we don't throw buzz axes. Maybe if it was our primary and we had buzz axe bombardier, it'd be worth it. Blood Twitch for the swap speed, I guess? A little more mag size to get down tree. A little melee damage because of course. Significantly increased, by the way. Healing from dots dealt. And then why not just get Blood Explosion at that point? Also, I should go ahead and just dump into stuff over here that we had before, just to make sure we don't overspend on skill points. I'm a little disappointed in the existence of our melee, but also Salvador's probably not really made for that. We'd probably get more out of just using him as a Bloodbath gun character. So that's probably what will end up happening whenever I eventually cave in and buckle and not want to use melee anymore because the build just feels wrong. But let's go open up Pirate DLC and see how we feel about it. It's more base damage than the Zero was, to be entirely fair. So I have to give it that. It almost manages to one-shot a lot of these guys. Yeah, I can imagine if you, primary classed Krieg, he'd probably be a really insane brawler. But since we're just silly Salvador man, it's not really doing it. Maybe if our offhand also gave melee bonus, but since it doesn't in this mod, it just is awkward. Can you break shield, please? Thank you. Yeah. It's a little awkward, but it does work. A +5 bloodbath, +2 steady? Wait, is that why it's called Anton, is because it's a hybrid of Axton and Krieg? That's really dumb. But that's so much damage. Like, Okay, right now, if I run a Herald and I splash someone, I get 80% more damage on the kill skill. That's instantly just so much better than running melee. Why am I running melee at that point? I feel this feels wrong, but that's good for the Axton Krieg build. Probably insane for the Axton Krieg build, actually. Okay. While we're here, I gotta see if the rapier is like, what do we think it's gonna be? 40% damage? Something really depressingly low like that? 50%. Okay. Moving up in the world. All right. Well, that's a lot better actually. We might be able to one-shot some basic mobs with that. Okay. If we make them purple, they'd surely die in one shot now. Okay. I can respect that. That's pretty reasonable. Okay, I'm fine with this. Just get punching. You know, killing Blow with Blood Explosion might actually deal tons of damage too. Yeah, because if you just do that as Salvador... Okay, I can see this getting rather filthy. I'm interested. Now I'm really curious how much base melee Krieg gets in this mod. I think I'm gonna go look it up really quick actually, now that it's in my brain, because I want to know. Oh, okay. So, looking at it, it looks like Krieg effectively gets 35% more melee damage on his Buzz Axe, which would still be weaker than holding a rapier. Which means that, ta-da, now it's less effective to actually play Krieg properly, if I'm reading this right and thinking about it right. I know the text is really small, hold on. But yeah, while Buzz Axe is active, 1.35 times damage. Compared to Rapier, which is a 50%, which would be 1.5 times? Oof. Okay. I've gone ahead and also looked more at the spreadsheet over here. So we do have a list of the class mods and what they all do specifically, which I think is pretty neat. So we have all of Axton's comms with their special nicknames. We've got all of Maya's, all of Sal's, which is what I'm looking for. We've got all of Zero's, all of Gage's, and all of Krieg's. So let me see. The skill is orange. So the one skill that Sal gets would be Blood Twitch. And I don't think there's a way to directly buff his melee damage. Outside of maybe just buffing Feel the Fire? I'm gonna go ahead and also test out our Bloodbath damage. Wow, who would have guessed? This is disgusting, and probably the first combo I should have tried out. But I didn't think about it, because I just thought to myself, ooh, Critical Ascension on Sal sounds funny. So that's on me. I didn't really consider it that well. Bloodbath, go. That's not the right gun, didn't matter. Okay. You know, I guess Maybe it's not so bad to light yourself on fire if applying a status effect on an enemy lights you on fire guaranteed. Because that is how that reads now that I'm actually looking at it a second time, to be entirely fair to the skill. So you could totally just throw out nade and then just start punching. That would work. And then even, I guess, applying slag would count too. That would light us on fire as well, because that is a status effect. Okay, let's respec a little bit. We can do minor tweaks and just see if we like it. Okay, so new spec. Slag enemy, we get lit on fire. While we're on fire, deal 20% more melee. Bloodbath, because of course. Blood overdrive in case I get a gun kill and decide to immediately start punching. Blood twitch and feel the blood, because why not at this point. Butcher, because of course. Elemental empathy, because healing. Blood explosion, because that's very nice. And then pretty much just what we've been running in left tree. And then stack melee and stack health. Let's see if this feels any better. It would be really funny if this fire dot was just insanely strong on the player too. Like you just apply the dot to the enemy and just instantly die for no reason. Okay, that was a one shot. Okay. Yeah, you just hold on. Okay, now I'm feeling it. I wasn't so sure about light yourself on fire melee damage skill. It just didn't read like it would feel very good. But yeah, we're not even taking damage from that dot or anything. That kind of works. Oh, that man went down. Here, let's trigger our gun damage. Okay. I forgot to put points into Thrill of the Kill. But yeah, okay. This is totally reasonable. I actually kind of like this. Is that my fire dot or an enemy's fire dot? I don't even know. Okay. I understand now. I just didn't see the goal earlier. The build is making sense. I have healing, I have damage, I have all of it. This works. And then we can always just do Herald if we really, really need to. Especially for something like, you know, Leviathan coming up. I am absolutely not trying to melee this guy. I'm good. That's not a grog. Oh, but you can't okay, never mind. I was gonna troll about not being able to buff melee by this amount, but like, this is just pure Salvador gameplay, let's be honest. This is not, yeah. This is broken regardless. And Leviathan. What? I applied a status effect? Can you be slagged? Is that a real thing? Surely not. Either way, weird. Oh, the reach on blood explosion isn't that big. Vanilla problem. There we go. Leviathan is down. Maybe we'll try Hyperius. I don't know if it'll go well, but maybe. Alright, we do have BL2 Fix's loot rooms enabled, so we will see a lot more shiny objects here. Nothing to do with the Wonderlands mod. Everything to do with the good old BL2 Fix. but still weirdly not a whole lot of things I want to carry around. Man, if only those legendary comms worked. And 2 more comms I can't even care about. Cool. Okay. We are entering the fight with this on. Surely this will go well. I will poke him, he will go away, everyone will celebrate and cheer, and I will just be the victor. This definitely will not be a struggle. Actually, that's kind of respectable. I am going for getting rid of all but one of the bots so that we can just juggle shield back and forth if we need to. Although, honestly, since we are running melee, we don't need to really trade shield. We could just keep the one alive, because why not, really? Wait, why is this actually dealing damage? Wait a minute. Oh. You're bullyable. Wait. I know the Wonderlands mod does readjust raid boss healths a little bit, which is probably being played into by BL2 fix. But BL2 fix doesn't affect his health bar until OP levels, I don't think. So that's something. We're okay. Blood explosion got the rest. Okay. Well, that's a little busted. I weirdly am okay with the amount of melee damage we deal now. Alright, well that's fair enough, I guess. So, why is there a practice? Okay. Bandit grip, even. Okay. Well, Pirate DLC is done. Let's go turn in quest, I guess. The conference call wants to meet Terra. I mean, honestly, I think it does, because we do have... We have a lot of stuff that would make the conference call feel really good right now. We could totally just spec that real quick because it would be funny and just go dunk on Terra for no reason again. The return of Anton build. Get Chuck kill on Tentacle, shoot boss, watch boss go away. Theoretically is the idea. Okay. So current build, status damage, mag size, more damage, a little bit of healing, movement speed and reload, tons of fire rate, inconceivable, ammo regen, mag size, 2 nade, 5 shots or 6, no kill like overkill, and then dump into gun damage and mag size. I am wearing a B shield. Why am I wearing... Why did I get to light myself on fire skill if I'm using a B shield? That's fine. I'll just swap off of it. Don't worry about it. Bloodbath. I may not be the brightest of the bunch, but at least our damage is good. Honestly, I wonder how well Skyrocket still does. Wait, did that actually deal a good chunk? Wait. Oh no, it kind of does. If okay. I think I like the idea of Hellborn Sal. That's kind of nice. Okay. Hellborn Sal is kind of sick. I know that this barely counts at all. And honestly, after this playthrough, I'm tempted to see if there is a mod that legitimately does just allow you to take vanilla skill trees and just slap them on whatever character you want. Because if that exists, I would love to try that too. I know that this is like a more balanced amalgam, and it doesn't have vanilla BL2 scaling, so that things just feel more fun and floaty and not as, like, hard, I guess, effectively. But I would love to see what just 2 or 3 vanilla skill trees could do if you wanted it to. Maybe fun and floaty weren't the right terms, but like, I'm sure you guys get the general idea. Just free Neo, cool. Just something. I just wanted to try out the vanilla skill trees. I thought that would have been a fun idea as well. Now with Pirate DLC and Terra done, we're gonna go ahead and finish up our Tina DLC as well. I do want to run a melee build into our dragon fight later, so I'm just gonna keep it spec'd probably. This is kind of just what I've gone with here. Just try to show off all the skills for those who are interested. We'll see how we go. Probably fine is the answer. Just kind of stand in Goldie's foot. This is your weekly reminder that Goldie is in fact a flesh boss and takes more damage from fire, not corrosive. Kinda weird. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Revert to default settings on Sal. When in doubt, herald it out. Handsome sorcerer fight. I really should have waited for him to have spawned dudes so that I could bloodsplode them. I guess we'll just have to wait for the necro. Is he spawning dudes? Nope, he is just being hateful. Okay. Alright. Yeah. I'm not trying to melee that phase. He just moves away too much. It's not worth it. And yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. Alright. So, what is this experience about to be like? Good start. Oh. Yeah, okay. Well, that's one down. Try to get Heliant down. Okay. I am no longer allowed to complain about melee. Okay. Honestly, the fact that even that is just dealing so much damage, and it's just a level 50 Lady Fist to his mouth. No major buffs to it. That doesn't feel great. That feels questionable, honestly. Okay. Yep, that's my fault. I am not opposed to restarting the fight anyway. Well. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, forget melee. It's just the raid bosses. It's literally just a problem of the raid bosses being this way. Understood. Suddenly found the best XP farm. So, but now a lot of the other bosses in the game feel equally as tanky as these guys. Because these guys now just feel like I'm farming like, I don't want to say just farming like bad maw, but kind of like I'm just farming bad maw. Because I have a melee spec on right now. Here, let me just swap to my explosive relic. Okay. Well, if we need to hit level 80 fast, we know where to go now, I guess. Okay. Sure. Well, there we go. The dragons are down. That doesn't necessarily feel like a good win, but it's a win. Sure. We love super squishy bosses that make me think that melee is probably not so bad, and then turns out, no, they're just really, really squishy. Huh. Oh, I'll take the loot and go. Okay. Little bit of a shorter day, but now everything feels weird again. The melee is cool, but it turns out just shooting them gets rid of them a lot faster. Questionably so. So, yeah, that will do it for today. We'll probably finish the other, other DLCs, I think. I really just want to hit max level at this point and just test out max level nonsense, because this just feels a little bit odd. So we might rush everything else and just get to max level and then just do testing and be done a little bit faster than normal. Day 6.